NLP Techniques of Persuasion and Influence. Author, Edward Collins. Narrator, Maxwell Jones. Introduction. Before learning to persuade, we must know and understand what persuasion is, as this will facilitate the learning of this skill, which is not just knowing some techniques, but a set of factors and details that together achieve persuasion. Persuasion is the ability or skill that human beings have to convince others or change their opinion, through arguments or reasons that make them think or act in a certain way, but convincing may not be as easy as we think. To do this, we must take into account several elements. The sender, that is you, must have great credibility and communicative ability. For this, as mentioned earlier, not only skills are required, but also a mental state, way of thinking and acting, as well as verbal communication. The recipient is equally important. Our interlocutor must feel comfortable and secure. We must transmit confidence, which will be perceived from the sender. This confidence can be obtained by showing that we ourselves trust what we say, do, and show. The message we give must be as clear, brief, and concise as possible, so that it sinks in deeper and faster. The content of the message must have two bases. On one hand, there is the rational base, and on the other hand, the emotional base. Both bases are fundamental. There is also verbal expression and nonverbal expression, which comes from the gestures and movements that we show. All acts of persuasion take place in a context. There are different contexts in our day-to-day life, so we cannot apply all the elements that we have discussed at all times, in all places, or in front of anyone. We talk about different contexts because persuasion takes place in different areas of our life, not only in interpersonal relationships, but also in advertising, politics, or in the media. That is, persuasion is everywhere. Therefore, we must take into account that persuasion is not the same as manipulation. Persuasion is carried out in an ethical way and always with sincerity. In summary, persuasion involves a much broader range of factors than many people think. It's not just about speaking well, but also about how you say it, how you show yourself, your gestures, the context, the person you are speaking to, your movements, how you speak, and more. But don't worry, we will see all the necessary points so that you can persuade in the best possible way. You will learn persuasion techniques, tricks, nonverbal.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?